Trust me, flying has always been a big deal for me. Your Royal Highness, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Rwanda Wildlife Conservation Association, our NGO, is 10 years old this year. What an amazing way to celebrate by receiving the Whitley Gold Award. 10 years ago, we embarked on a journey to save the gray crown cranes from illegal pet trade. As a young veterinarian, I had made up my mind. All I thought was I would just find all of those cranes that are kept illegally and take them to a safe place in the national park and hope for the best. You see, back then, I didn't know everything, but something I knew I had was the love and the passion, and I will do whatever it takes to save these amazing, beautiful cranes. That's then until a gray crown crane named 039 decided to step in, lead, and show us what to do. Let me tell you a little bit about 039. So the very first time I met 039, he was in someone's garden. We were making a database of all captive cranes, and every crane would get a unique number. That's how he got his name, 039. When I was there, this crane has had his feathers cut to stop him from flying. Yes, he's a boy. So when I was there, he kept jumping, and it's like he sensed I was there to help him. And from that time, I really connected with him. And I made sure he was part of the first group of crane that we took for health check. And luckily, he was clear for disease, and we took them to the national park. We put them in a rehabilitation facility, a safe place with a fence to stop predators from attacking them. And from there, 039 did not want to waste any of his freedom. He always wanted to jump, but one of the first things he did, you know what it is? He fell in love. He found a girl, 211. Very beautiful, calmer, not stubborn like him. But 039 was on a mission. One day I saw him up in the sky. He was flying and I saw this patch of missing flight feathers. And I was wondering, how is this crane in the sky? And really this gave me hope that it's working. One day I woke up on a very sad news that a colleague told me 039 is not missing. Is missing, and I thought maybe he threw over the fence and was attacked by predators. I was so sad and worried. Until the next day, a member of the community called me and said, "Hey, I see all of these cranes outside of the park, and one of them has a blue leg band." And when they sent a photo, it was 039. And I was so relieved and a little bit sad, like a frustrated, bad boy 039. How do you go to an agricultural area when I put you in the national park? So this is like 039 really trying to teach us that we gray crown cranes do not only rely on protected area, we rely also on agricultural landscape, and our future rely on how you work with this community member. Something else he taught us was, you were not able to see where I go. You were notified by a local community. You need to work with others. And throughout all of that, we saw the unconditional love of members of the community who wanted to be part of our efforts to save the gray crown cranes. And that's when we opened wide and we let everyone come and join us. And thanks to the first Whitley Award that we got, we were able to implement this community-led approach and really give a chance to those passionate people to join us and save the gray crown cranes. So we saw people wanted to be part of conservation without any condition. And this really reassured us. You see, in the conservation, sometimes we make mistakes. We go to community, we mistakenly go with a transactional mindset. But what I've come to learn is that conservation is not about transaction. It's about a genuine partnership and understanding of communities. Community want to be part of the solution. They don't want to be the problem. So with all of this, bringing communities on board, we have seen huge success. When we started, we only had less than 300 cranes in the wild in Rwanda. But today, we have increased them to nearly 1,300. 1,000 cranes in 10 years only. So, yeah, this would have not been possible without letting communities on board be part of it and lead. So, ladies and gentlemen, what you are witnessing here today is a group of individuals that you saw here on the stage who have embraced that unconditional love and really the power of working together with communities. Today, we are gathered here because we are celebrating those individuals. And we are really thankful to the Whitley Fund for Nature for spearheading this approach and shining a light to the importance of locally based solutions. It is really important that we adopt homegrown solutions. You see, there are still some challenges that we face. So many funders still are afraid of supporting local conservation organizations. And instead, they will direct their funds to big, large international organizations. There is still doubt. Can we trust them? Can we believe them? The answer is yes. You can see here the success when you empower local communities and believe in them. I would really like to urge the world to change the way we think about community-led organization. I also want to encourage the removal of conditional funding. We've had some challenges where sometimes some big organization would come and say, hey, we want to give you funding, but we want you to do it this way. This is conditional funding. Please trust us and see what we can do. We have proven the value of funds, and we have shown that every single dollar, every single pound can go far and have sustainable results. So let's go back to 039. So this crane, really, I could tell you about 039 the whole night, but I want to tell you something else that he taught us. 039, we were able to catch him and put a GPS tag on his leg. This allowed us to track his movement. You know what he was doing? He traveled across the border to Tanzania. And being in Rwanda, we were limited. And this is 039 teaching us, hey, Olivier and team, we cranes push the boundaries. We don't know borderlines. For you to be successful, you've got to push the boundaries. You've got to work with others. So, ladies and gentlemen, today I would like to let you know that with the Whitley Gold Award, we are strengthening a collaboration with partners in Uganda, Tanzania, and Burundi to form a huge transboundary collaboration to safeguard cranes and other species that rely on their habitat. So we are so excited and are very, very thankful for the Whitley Gold Award, for supporting this initiative, for giving us the chance and trusting us. I would like to dedicate this award to my team. I know they are watching me. This is for you, for being a shareholder to this initiative. I love you guys. And this also goes to my country, Rwanda, for really supporting us and taking action to save our precious wildlife and wild spaces. I would like to finally dedicate this award to 039, the crane that has taught me all I know and that have got us to where we are today. Thank you.